Hi guys, I was listening back to some of my past videos and I was like hoping that all the audio was okay, and I think it is, but it is raining, so hopefully it's not bad. But before we get started, grab your phones or a pen and paper and get them out, text some people, be like, yo, I know this girl, I listened to her audiobooks, her name is A Nomad's Journey audiobooks. Go check her out, subscribe, listen to her some videos. And 100 subscribers, she's letting people send requests for what they want to listen to. So yes, get on that, guys. We're building a family here, so do it. Hey guys, let's get into the real reason we're here. I mean, obviously you want to make. That is a spider. I don't like spiders. Alright, so we got most of our books checked off yesterday. We don't want to look at my handwriting. But today, I want to get a lot of chapters done. So we're going to aim to get a lot done. And I'll try to take some breaks in between, because after an hour, you just kind of start losing it. But I'm going to read nice and slow, because I was realizing that I'm stumbling over my words, because I was listening back and I was like, ooh. So yeah, let's just go nice and slow. Let's start chapter 9 of Last Chance Books by Kelsey, Rodkey. And yeah, chapter 9 starts on page 105. I open my blank Word document and wait for inspiration to strike, but after a minute of willing the keys on my laptop to depress themselves and start typing eloquent sentences, nothing happens. This email is too important for me to mess up. But my words all jumbled together in my head, none of my phrasing coming out coherently. I need Zelda, but her day off from work is being spent doing family stuff, which could mean she's cleaning the house, running errands, or visiting her dad at his Maryland rehab. When she doesn't elaborate, I don't ask questions. I've been at Nito Burrito for almost an hour now, and the only progress I've made is through a Cowboy Crunch, a bottle of Dr. Pepper, and a peanut butter brownie thanks to the gift card I unearthed from the dark abyss that is now the space under my driver's seat. I tried to work from home, but if Dahlia wasn't standing in my doorframe, sitting on my bed, or attempting to vacuum my floor despite the clothes and books strewn all over, she was talking my ear off. I had to leave. And then when nothing magical happened while I was here trying to be productive, I tried to look Jasper up on social media again, for the second or third or 29th time. There's no Wi-Fi at Nito, so it proved fruitless effort. But then I remembered I don't need Wi-Fi to cyber talk him on my phone. That's how I found out the loser with the slick clothes requested me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which I hadn't made private to match his because I can't stalk him. Because if I can't stalk him, he can't stalk me. Now the temptation is killing me. We're obviously not friends, but seeing his profiles might help me find a way to take him down. It'd be purely research if I accepted. Though holding those requests over his head would fill me with sick pleasure and power. I let this eat away at me like diet soda before switching to my messages to avoid having to respond to his requests at all. Oh wait. That's how I found out the loser with the slick clothes requested me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I read that wrong. Which I had made private to match his, because if I can't stalk him, he can't stalk me. Now the temptation is killing me. We're obviously not friends, but seeing his profiles might help me find a way to take him down. It'd be purely research if I accepted. Though holding those requests over his head would fill me with sick power and pleasure. I let this eat away at me like diet soda before switching my messages to avoid having to respond to his requests at all. Zelda from YouTube. Can you help me with an email to Isla Warbeck's agent? Did you write a book and not tell me? No, of course not. When would I have had time to write a book? I'm going to contact her and see if she can add B&M to Warbeck's tour shop. Oh my gosh, why didn't I have that idea? Because you're too busy having a million famous author friends. How do you even do that? I pretty much interact with all their social media until they acknowledge me, then bam! By the way, have you and what does Astrid call him? Hot Mata? Dying! Have you and Hot Mata cut the tension yet? You said you had a story for me involving him. And I assume if you had made out or something, I would have heard about it by now. Excuse me, my email, help. And no, of course not, he's evil. Cute brother, though. How am I supposed to help you with an email when you say something like that? Not much of a story. I bought waters on his side of the street. His big muscle-wide brother was going to help me carry them, but then Jasper did. Anticlimactic. Okay, fine, the email. You want to kind of phrase it like you would an email asking for advanced copies, probably. So, I'm very excited to see Isla Warbeck. I would appreciate if you sent her to me to review. If I were her agent, I'd say yes. Approved. I'll overnight her to you ASAP. I play with the tinfoil my burrito came in, squeezing it together, then carefully pulling it apart. I switch back to my Word document and type. Hello, Miss Lee. I'm emailing today to what? Delete everything but the greeting. I delete everything but the greeting. Zelda says to write like it's a request for an advance copy, but I've only ever done that once and got rejected. I cannot be rejected this time. What would be my big deal? What would be my big idea to save B&M then? I wanted to start off by saying I am an extremely big fan of Isla Warbeck's, and I can't wait for the new paperback movie tie-ins and the film. I am the assistant manager at my family's indie bookstore in Pennsylvania called Books and More. Not bad. Zelda can help me clean it up before I send it. But first, I need to figure out how to phrase my request. I noticed that Miss Warbeck will be near our location at the end of her tour and was wondering if we could set up an author event with her before she leaves the area. I email it to Zelda. She calls me after a few minutes. Is it that bad? I ask quietly, my phone tucked between my ear and shoulder as I pointlessly change the font and size of my words. Sorry, she grunts. My mom wants me to do the laundry. A pause. I want you on speaker. I put you on speaker. Can you hear me? Yes. So maybe you should mention you're in a bookstore battle with the competition across the street, and having Warbeck would come help save the store. I scoff. We'd sound so desperate, aren't we? I squeeze the tinfoil again, and then we just put prologue on her radar, and she'd be all, well, why wouldn't we just send the author to the better bookstore? You could mention I'm available to moderate the event or something. Conceited. She huffs on the other end. You don't really feel that way, right? That you're conceited? We both know you think I'm conceited. I mean, that our store isn't better. Prologue is just a less funded Barnes & Noble wannabe. We're better. We are better. Funds. I don't even want to think about that. Think about it. Funds. I don't even want to think about it. Everything boils down to money, or the lack thereof. One event a month will only get us ambling by. We need more so that it's not even a question that we have enough emergency money to fall back on. To renew the lease and keep the store open. We should do a fundraiser, I say, or is that equally as pathetic as begging Warbeck to come because we're struggling to stay open? I type GoFundMe into my notes app. A fundraiser? The online book community would go wild for it. Save the indie, long live books, down with the hot madas. I pull the phone away from my ear, smiling. Her enthusiasm is appreciated, but the fundraiser will have to wait for now. One thing at a time. The only thing currently being cleaning up and The one thing currently being cleaning up and sending my email. She starts yelling something on her end, and I reluctantly turn the phone to my ear. Levi, these are clean clothes. You just threw your dirty uniform on. Zelda, I say patiently. I don't roll around in dirt and then jump on your bed. See? I'm being nice, and you do that? I'm going to buy a used jockstrap from Craigslist and put it in your pillowcase. Ew. Zelda, focus. Sorry, Mads. I'm here. She grumbles a bit. What a butt. An internal and external debate with a mostly focused Zelda. This is what I end up sending to Samantha Lee. Hello, Miss Lee. I'm the assistant manager at the indie bookstore called Books and More in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Miss Warbeck will be nearby in August, and Books and More would love to set up an event with her before she leaves the area. Please let me know if we can discuss the details by email or phone at your convenience. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you. Madeline Moore, Assistant Manager, Books and More. As I'm throwing out my trash, a familiar face walks into Nito. As I'm throwing out my trash, a familiar face walks into Nito, a box in her arms. I can't place exactly where I know her from. She's Indian, I think. Middle-aged, pear-shaped, and has dark hair braided around her head. It's not until she walks nearby that I smell it. Chocolate. She's the owner of Buns. Guilt thuds heavy in my stomach. Even though I didn't fill out the application. Even though I'm the only one who would care if I applied elsewhere. Her box is full of the brownies that Nito stocks at the register. She sets it down at the counter, and the worker Davis, this kid I went to school with, who tried to go commando under his graduation gown, greets her. They begin counting the brownies or something, marking things on a clipboard, and I shut my laptop and shove it into my bag. I watch them for a minute longer, straining to overhear their conversation. So, we sold all 200 last week, Davis says slowly, reading something on his clipboard. So that means Nito gets 180 and you get 420. $3 a brownie, I think. It must kill him not to make a joke about that number. Oh my goodness. He glances at the owner like he wants her to tell him if he did the math wrong. But she nods. $180 just to let her sell her $3 brownies here. Oh, I was right. She makes $420. This is a cash grab. Everyone from soccer moms to stoners comes here, and none of them are impervious to fresh brownies. I mean, I buy a brownie 90% of the time I'm here, and I'm here 90% of the time. Nice. There is a fly in here. Go out. It's raining and we're next to. Yeah, anyway. I wait outside in the midday humidity, staying underneath the overhang of the strip mall to keep out the sun. When the owner comes out 5 minutes later, I pounce. Hi! I nearly scream, scaring even myself. She twitches, turning around. Hi. Sorry, I laugh, stepping forward. You're the owner of Buns, right? She faces me fully, no longer looking like she's about to run for it. She can probably smell the money potential. I am. I made that sound like a question. She outstretches her hand and I take it. I'm Madeline. I work at Books and More down the street from you. Oh, hello. I am Pretty. Nice to meet you. I clasp my hands together and I was wondering, sorry if this isn't the proper way to go about it, but I'm the assistant manager. I'm getting too comfortable using that self-given title, and I would love to strike up some kind of deal like you have with Nito, selling your food at our register. She raises her thick eyebrows. Really? I'd love to discuss that with your boss sometime. It doesn't go unnoticed that she doesn't want to discuss it with me, probably because I look 15 and already admitted to not being in charge, and I jumped at her. Do you have a business card, or I should probably be giving her my information, but Pretty seems charmed by my moxie or something and hands hers over. And your boss's name? Astrid. Astrid Moore, my aunt. I don't know why I said that. I'm only furthering discrediting myself. Nepotism, yay. We're trying to highlight our business in the area. Maybe you saw that we had an event this past weekend with on the menu. The food truck? Great fusion food and a cookbook. I'm rambling. I'll have Astrid give you a call. What hours work best for you? I'm at Buns basically every day from 6 in the morning to 7 at night, with the occasional lunch break or trip or a work break exception. She hikes her back higher on her shoulder with a smile. You can call any time during those hours. I'd be very happy to speak with her. Great, I smile, and it makes Pretty smile. I look forward to this. Classic. Horrible ending. Doesn't matter. Pretty leaves, and I stand there, basking in the glow of my own genius. Maybe if we start this partnership, we can also get a discount to have Buns cater the Warbeck author event, if that even happens. But things are looking up, so maybe it will, and maybe we'll do the fundraiser too. Every little bit helps, and so far my ideas are helping. We can save B&M. I can save B&M. That is the end. Hopefully I'll get the fly out before whatever. It's kind of like the bird in the bookstore. Anyway, that was the end of chapter 9. So I'll see you guys next time for chapter 10. Remember to tell people about this channel so that they can come and listen to books too. I have a lot out there, so hopefully none of you disappointed. And at 100 subscribers, I will be starting to take, I don't know what is going on with my eyebrow. Anyway, starting to take, like, requests, so subscribe so that we can get that to numbers so that I can start taking requests. Anyway, my other channels are down below, along with my social media, so see you guys there. Ciao for now. Bye!